Yo. So this is gonna be a bit different than the videos that I used to upload. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about HoV 29 and just show you guys and give you a little commentary about what I do, why I do it, and what I wouldn't do, and why we do certain things the way we do it. And yeah, I'd say let's just jump right into it. Yeah, this is the 29, sadly we fucked the 31. This is definitely not the cleanest run we've did, but I just wanted to take a video that I haven't uploaded yet, so you guys can at least watch something new, so to speak, while listening to me rambling about this. So you can actually see at the start, before we put the key in, that you can see me using my prepot here. This does give me a cooldown on my skystep as well, but once you put the key in, the cooldown is only gonna be on that prepot that you used, so you can still use skystep. There's just a little trick, I guess most people know about this, but I just wanted to point this out anyways. I'm always going with the legendary chest here and Cephas, which is basically to maintain aggro even after I started kiting, and Cephas just to give me a slight movement speed boost so it's easier for me to get out of range from them, so our DPS can start actually DPSing without getting fucked in the ass. Whenever I start, as you can see here, I pop my skystep, and then I pop not dancing rune, then I pop rune tap instantly for the 40% damage reduce, so I don't get smacked to 40% HP in the first second. Here I'm gonna pop dancing weapon right away, IBF, in case I get the dot, which is gonna stun me. You can see that here. It should stun me now, but it doesn't because I have IBF up. And now you'll see me spamming Blood Boil the whole time, even though I'm not even in range. The reason for that is that my dancing weapon is still gonna cast Blood Boil on the targets, even though I myself am not in range, which means I will still reapply the dot on them and get a bit more aggro, so they don't start rampaging around and meleeing my DPS. So yeah, that's basically it. I'll just skip a bit forward here. For the boss there really isn't anything important. I don't think I have to explain that here. I'm just gonna skip this boss fight and go right to the next trash pull. Since this teaming is a bit different from what we usually do, I think, but not that much, like the difference is really small. Yeah, we just play these here solo. I would play this solo even if there was only one of them, so on a non-teaming week this would be basically the same route. The reason for you to do that is to get your cooldowns back up so you can do the next big pull. It's also for the DPS in case they don't have their bursts ready or whatever, so they can get ready. And once we're done with this, you can see me popping skystep here again, rune tap, dancing rune weapon. We're pulling everything here, these 3 packs, going basically in a circle. Then I'll wait here for a few seconds, put my D&D down, mass grip on the guy in the middle. Here I'm gonna pop AMS, so I don't get stunned from the lightning debuff. And I'm gonna spam Blood Boil again, because of dancing rune weapon. This pull is done pretty fast. There isn't really much to say about this. Yeah, here we have to wait for the sentinel. This is basically the same like before. We do this in order to get cooldowns back. So yep, dancing weapon is almost up. It's ready now. And now I'm gonna pull the right side. Since it's a team we need a bit more anyways. I think this is actually the pull where I started to not pull the guys on the other side, which is actually gonna be not enough in the end, I think, because I used to pull just everything on the right side. Devil, the smartest, told me that it's not needed, so I skipped this. I skipped this part this time, but we'll see later that we'll actually lack percentage, I think. So much for that. Fuck you, Devil. Either way, this is just the same. Honestly, there really isn't that much to talk about here. We just skip this guy. Here, there's really nothing new. I think everybody knows what to do here. You can actually, though, whenever Fenrir is gonna do his jump, I think he picks like 3 targets. And if the target that he's gonna jump on for the first time melts, he will actually interrupt the chain jumping. So if he jumps on Revenge, let's say first, then on Zmok, and then on Devil, and Revenge would melt before he actually reaches him, he's gonna stop this animation and not gonna jump on Zmok or Devil afterwards. This is really, really good, but it is a lot of RNG, I think, and it just requires a lot of good timing here. So yeah, I personally don't know if it's worth trying this as a tank. I tried it once, it didn't work, but it's also a bit scary because you have the ad spawn and you don't really want them running a rampage because of your meld. So I don't know if it's worth doing that as a tank or not. And it's certainly not that easy to get it done. I think besides that, there isn't much to it. The reason for why we tank him here and not in the cave like we used to is basically because it's easier for the DPS to spread out on this jump to not get hit by the dot. And whenever someone gets focused, he just runs into the cave, and the range is perfectly, so he's just gonna stop right before he reaches the target and comes back out. Noteworthy is here, right between the 2 rocks, if you go there when he's going to jump on you, you can actually reset the boss here, so keep that in mind. It happened a few times and you certainly don't want to do that. So yeah, don't do that. That's nasty. I'm just gonna skip forward. Oh, that was a bit too much. Same thing again. Okay, I think I'm waiting for something here. Sky Step, Rune Tap. Gripping this one. Wait, I didn't grip it actually. Wait, what? Oh, no, I didn't grip it. I put the dot on it, yeah. Yeah, I pulled the guy on the other side of the table. Usually, I would proc Sephosi as well in order to get back faster, but I was kind of fast already, so it was kind of whatever. I also like to use consumption right after the mass grip in order to maintain a bit, or in order for me to generate more threat, so it's easier for me to keep aggro. Although aggro isn't really a big issue when it's not skittish. On skittish it's definitely a different story, but yeah. These guys, there's really nothing interesting here. I'm just gonna skip that part. So, for Hersha, our DH goes tank, as well as Smok, I believe. I think he's tank already. Yeah, he's going tank. On this boss, depending on if you're the only one that is tanking Hersha, or if you actually let your teammates tank as well, you have to swap your trinkets a bit in order to be able to sustain the shield beam, I guess. I don't know what the actual name of the spell is, but I think you know what I mean. I used to go with Titan Guard here, and with Ishkars, of course. I use Ishkars here for Devil, for Mage, because he needs that on the lightning phase. And the first beam that I use, that I take, I always use with Rune Tap and AMS. This is actually a bit scuffed here because we tried to sort of skip this phase. There's actually a way to not make her cast this, so she's only gonna cast the Holy ultimate, I guess you could say. Here I use Rune Tap plus AMS. I did fuck that up here because it was the first time for me trying this on an actual key. Since it didn't work because a Revenge over aggroed me and the boss went back, we just went with the usual way. It worked out in the end. It's not as easy. Actually making her not cast the lightning bubble is such a great way to reduce damage income here, because your teammates don't have to worry about that damage. The way you do it is basically, you can see the orange mark right above right above Hirsch's nameplate right now, and you'll see the red marks, once we move to the other side. And what you basically do is you try to keep the stacks that she gets from either lightning or holy under control. And I think it was 2 stacks for no, it was 3 stacks on lightning and 5 stacks on holy, I believe. And if you swap her right before she chooses her next ultimate cast, or whatever you want to call it, she will always cast Sanctify and never the other one, and that is actually super good, but also hard to manage, especially as a DK, because you can't jump. If you're a DH, it's way easier because you can just jump on the other mark, and it's gonna make the moving process way faster and way easier to deal with. I was actually thinking of using the boots here, Agromas, but in the end I did not. And yeah, this just needs a lot of practice, I guess. So yeah, didn't work out, but the fight was still fine. I think Shizik died. Oh, he actually died 3 times. Okay, yeah. It wasn't super clean, but it was okay-ish. The RNG was decent and also not decent. It was okay. The tanks didn't get as many kills as we would like to have, but it was okay. After this, yeah, as you can see here, we actually have to kill these. So there was absolutely no point in skipping this part. As I said earlier, I tried this time to not pull everything on the right side. But yeah, it's completely pointless because you need this trash, at least on teaming. I'm not sure if you need it on non-teaming, but to be honest, it's completely whatever. You can just pull everything there and be done with percentage, and you don't have to worry about it. And it really doesn't matter if you get like 3 or 4% more than you actually need, because this pull always takes the same time. It doesn't matter if you have 20 or 25 or 15 mobs there, it's always going to be the same, so it really doesn't matter. Either way, we're going to be done with this. Yeah, here I kind of fucked up and pulled both, so I'm just going to wait until my team passes and then I'm going to melt. So we go up. This part we actually fucked as well, so as I said, this is not the cleanest run. But you can actually pull 2 of them twice. So if you start here, you will see me using a pull timer in a second. And the way you do it is, you have your mate go to the other one, you do a pull timer, and you try to click at the mini bosses at the exact same second, which we fucked up sadly. I think he clicked too early or I clicked too late, I don't know. Either way, it didn't work. It does work in theory, and actually in practice as well. We did this already, it just fucked up this time. And that is a really good time save. It's really good. You want to do this if you can. Other than that, there really isn't anything important here. We kill these 2. Okay, this takes quite long. The next guys are the dagger boys. You see me pulling them here to the right or to the left, depending on what point of view you look at this. I do this so our team can, you can see it actually between Zmok and Shizik, there's a pillar on the left. And our DPS will hide behind this pillar. You will see there, you can see they ran behind the corner, so the dagger is not going to hit them, because otherwise the dagger deals a lot of damage, which is also why there is a pylon, as you can see. So in case they get hit and they get one shot, the pylon can res them. So this is actually pretty good. You can just put your pylon there, like everybody can put their own pylon there, so when you die, your own pylon is gonna res you. This is really, really good. There's actually multiple occasions where you can use this technique. But yeah, that is basically it. The rest of this is really, I mean, it's just 2 boss fights and that's gonna be it, so yeah. Not much to say. Yep, Odin's gonna die here anytime soon. So, as I said, definitely not the cleanest one, but it worked out. Sadly, we fucked up the 30. I think we died on, I think 3 people or something died on the first boss. It was a complete shit show. It was super sad actually. But anyways, yeah, this is practically it. I'm thinking of doing another video where I'm gonna focus a bit more on DK itself and the cooldown management and different talents and everything. I don't know if I'm actually gonna upload this or not. We'll see. But yeah, I basically did this on a few requests. So I don't know. I hope this is somewhat what you wanted to see. Just leave a comment or just message me on Discord, whatever, and give me some feedback if this is what you wanted to see or if I can change anything. So yeah, until next time, guys. See ya.